Hi everybody on YouTube. Today I wanted to talk about something that is pretty close to my heart and something that is happening this week. This week is Schizophrenia Awareness Week, and for those of you who don't know me all that well, I was diagnosed with schizophrenia at the age of 20 after I had been involved with a religious cult called the Christian Life Church, which was a very far right-wing Pentecostal Christian group that I had been sucked into joining by a Brisbane producer called Sam Gurto, who had sort of taken me under his wing after I had been trying unsuccessfully to get into other bands, and he had advertised for musicians to work for in the Courier Mail back in May 1991. He was a very demanding guy, and also very overbearing and very bigoted. He was a bona fide racist, a bona fide sexist, and a bona fide misogynist and homophobe. He hated gays, he hated women, and he thought that black people were off the devil. Now, I didn't know this sort of thing about him until about I think 4 or 5 weeks after knowing him, but I just sort of put it down to, well, we all have our faults, so who am I to judge? We should just still love each other, regardless. And he called himself a born again Christian as well. Anyway, one time when I was running late for a rehearsal, he called my place and spoke to my sister and demanded to know where I was. And he was talking to her in like a very interrogating manner, as I had been told. And she said, look, Dario, stay away from this guy. He doesn't sound quite right in the head. And with me, I was just so desperate to get out there with my music that I didn't want to sort of jeopardize or end my relationship with him. Then one time I went out to a swim party called Sunrays at the Gap, and that was on the same night that the Christian Life Church was having a meet-up. And I went down. I went up to the church after the swim meet, and I pranged the car there when I was trying to get into the car park, and Sam had been watching me the whole time, and then he got out of the car park and basically berated me, saying that I was an incompetent ass and I don't know how to present myself in public, and just basically running me down at a time when I was still in a bit of shock from reversing into another car. And then he took me in his car and he took me out to McDonald's, and he started reciting these Bible verses to me, and then he put his hand to my neck and said, "Satan, do not touch this guy anymore." And I felt this great big warmth suddenly spring out from the base of my spine to my head, and it felt like really warm and tingly, and for the next few days, everything just seemed to be suddenly blissfully all right. I found studying for my accounting and economics exams a lot easier, and I ended up getting 2 jobs in which I was happy with, and got on well with my workmates, which was really good. Then a few days after I started my new jobs, I got home and turned on the TV to watch a couple of music video clips, and all of a sudden I just felt this really nasty wave of negative emotions come over me, and I turned off the TV and just went to bed. I just had never felt anything like this before, and over the ensuing days I just started getting really paranoid, and started getting delusions that Morrissey was the Antichrist or whatever. And I told Sam about this over dinner, and he said, "Oh, I warned you not to go listening to that sort of music." Rah, 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 rah. And then I went to the church. I think it was for the last time that the following Sunday, and they did an exorcism on me because I had told Sam that I had been involved with their gay activity, and I was also interested in astrology and numerology, which they saw as work of the devil. So they claimed that they had to exorcise these demons of homosexuality, witchcraft, and deceit and stuff from me. And yeah, they just sort of pushed me on the floor and started to held me down whilst I was writhing around. And after that, yeah, Sam said to me, you know, what happened to you will get 10 times worse if you don't yeah, attend this church as you were told to. And what else did he say? And he said, you know, those the spirits won't hurt you anymore now. You know, they're gone. And basically that was it. Then the next day, my family went away on holiday up to the Sunshine Coast, and I was left alone at home, and I was really sort of beside myself as to what I should do. And I thought the best decision for me was to just cut my ties with Sam and cut my ties with the Christian Life Church and all that, and just work on, concentrate on my studies and do my music with other people. And that evening, yeah, I was in a really terrible way, and Sam rang me up, yeah, demanding me to know how I was, and I just told him flat out, look, I don't want to be involved with you anymore, just go away. And he screamed at me, you're incurring my wrath, and you'll pay for this. And he slammed down the phone. And that night I could hardly get to sleep, and because I was so worried, and I heard all these voices whispering in my head. And the following day I couldn't concentrate at work. I felt my mind was running at about 110 kilometers an hour. And yeah, they basically yeah, had to lay me off because I couldn't concentrate. And I then went into this churchyard. I gathered up all, you know, sort of my paraphernalia and stuff, including yeah, Doctor Who books and records and music magazines, and set them into put them all in the pile and set fire to them. And then later that evening, my family came home because they were pretty concerned about me, and they decided that I should go and see the family doctor. And the doctor, yeah, put me in touch with a psychiatrist in Spring Hill, and I ended up spending a week at Newfoundland Clinic, and I started getting really depressed, and they put me on some antidepressants and antipsychotic medication, and that just made me very sleepless, and I couldn't and catatonic. I could hardly you know, eat. I couldn't drink, and I still got a lot of delusions of grandeur and stuff, like you know, thinking that the guy on the TV or the radio could read my thoughts. And I thought that rock and pop music was all of the devil and all this kind of really crazy stuff, you know, when you look back at it. But at the same time, it had also caused me a lot of personality changes. I became very testy, yeah, with my friends and family, and largely cut off a lot of ties with other people. And by the end of 1992, however, my condition started improving. I began to be able to concentrate more, and started to become more energized. Yeah. Now, in my 46th sixth year, I've been involved with Mental Illness Fellowship Queensland, and they have helped me to sort of reach out to other people and become involved with the group Friends of Friday. I was doing the Hearing Voices group for a while, and yeah, it didn't work out for me as well as hoped. My advice to anyone who suffers from schizophrenia is, no matter how bad things might be, just hang on in there, because no matter what, life will always find a way of straightening itself out for you. If sooner or later, and it's different for everyone. And also, I think it's about time society became a lot better educated about what schizophrenia is about. It's not about having multiple personalities, and it's certainly not to do with violent behaviour. Although there have been some stereotypes surrounding schizophrenia, because of people like Mark David Chapman, who shot John Lennon. He was a bona fide schizophrenic. But the majority of schizophrenics are not aggressive or dangerous people. And I think it's about time that we sort of recognise that they too have got a contribution into society. And I think the more you rally around them, and the more you seek to empathise with them, I think the better things will get for them. Anyway, that's just my take on it for the day. So, yeah, have a great day, and I'll hope to see some of you all soon. See ya. Bye.